Hi, you guys. This is Rashawn Ellis for News, Views, and Conversations. Just want to pop in real quick. I want to discuss a little bit about Cardi B and Stephon Diggs. Last that I heard, he just got released by the Patriots, and I think he is losing 35 million from his contract. So something having to do with they were negotiating again, and he didn't agree, and so he's been released. I just wanted to mention it because I know I did a video last week, a few weeks ago after the whole Super Bowl thing, how he brought the other children's mothers, Pre and maybe whoever else. I knew that was a bad look what he did, and it pretty much is working out like I thought it would. He's been released. When you're dealing with the big time, the NFL, the Super Bowl, Cardi B to me was that chick of the hour. She's like the wife, and for the fact that he brought those other children's mothers there, that was not a good look, and the NFL did not like it. And here we are. And a lot of men, I would say, they don't realize that when you're good to your woman, God is even better to you. He blesses you through whomever your significant other, whomever you choose. And I think just the disrespect that was shown on the world stage, you're bringing all your baby mama drama to the Super Bowl. You're bringing all your baby mama drama to the Super Bowl for everybody to see. You're treating Cardi like the rest of them. Yeah, they all have children by you, but she is the main chick. Nobody knows who Pri is, other than she has a child with you and you have several others. So it's not a good look. It's almost like watching karma happen. It's like watching karma be served because that was just trashy to see that on the world stage. But as I said before, Cardi has to start to move like she is that chick. Don't let him treat you like you're here when you're actually here. Be who you're supposed to be. If the NFL recognizes it, she needs to recognize it and pretty much see it for what it is. But I just want to pop in, just chime in a little bit about that because, like I said, be that chick if you are that chick. Don't let them treat you less. Like I said, if they recognize it, she needs to recognize it. So I want to leave you one of the videos that I thought that was just like, yeah, she's saying everything that needs to be said. So I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you on the next news, views, and conversations with Rashawn Ellis.
Yo, not Cardi B hitting Stephon Diggs with a color purple. Till you do right by me, ain't no good gonna come from you. Y'all, I know you already heard, and if you don't, come on, let's laugh. Stephon Diggs got cut from the Patriots. Now, a lot of people are surprised this happened. I said, why? They was already calling him washed and cooked, prepped. He was meal prepped when he went for the Super Bowl. Now, that said, Stephon Diggs is a great player. But what Stephon did was really weird. Stephon basically screwed over the boss's favorite niece and thought he was going to squat. He lost the Super Bowl. And he thought he was going to mosey back on in. And what nothing going to happen to him? Stephon is, again, Stephon is not the smartest tool in the box. He's not the smartest tool in the box. Now, we can talk about Cardi having a baby with the man that's trying to repopulate the world like it's Noah's Ark. We can talk about Cardi putting up with shenanigans. We can talk about Cardi, right, sipping some of Khloe Kardashian's dum dum juice and even lowering herself to be with Stephon Diggs. But Cardi woke up and she ascended to where she's supposed to be. Stephon was truly living in a dream world. Because as much as people like to call Cardi stupid for messing with Stephon, the real dum dum was Stephon. Again, I remember when I said I did a video because the insiders and sources were saying this was probably going to happen. They actually didn't think the Patriots were going to cut him. They thought that the Patriots were going to make him renegotiate his contract so he would be paying for like 10 to 30 million dollars left in his contract. The Patriots said no. People can call Cardi B stupid all they want. Stephon's a real dum dum. You lost your job. You got clowned. The whole world looks at you as a loser. And all for what? All for M effing what? All for what? What? For pre? For pre? For pre? And it wasn't about the baby's moms because Cardi said they was going to work that out. They was going to figure it out. this, that, and a third. You did it all for Pre so she could walk around looking like devil in a red dress, dressed in all red at your game with a Chanel, probably in an outfit you bought. You did all this, humiliating Cardi, doing this, doing that, making her temporarily a laughing stock because, like most Libras, you got the last. She got the last laugh. For what? What'd you do all that for? For Pre? For your bestie? You literally, you got Pre, your mama, your brothers walking in like they hands across America. Man, Stephon is an idiot. Now, again, before we get into details, let's talk about the real stuff that the people that were insiders were telling me. They were like, Robert Kraft is like this with Cardi B. She literally calls him Uncle Bob. He looks at that like, yo, that's my niece. They are genuinely tight. Robert Kraft is a billionaire. He wipes his booty with Stephon's contract every morning before breakfast. Like that money ain't nothing to him. But you know what is something to him? A Super Bowl win, a Super Bowl ring, winning something. And we can argue whether he could be punished for screwing over the boss's niece if he was winning. But the fact that you got how many lawsuits, right? You got how many lawsuits coming? You got all this mess happening. I'm trying to pull this up. This is you guys need to see this. You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna have to give y'all a visual. You got all this coming. You got all this going on. You bring in like shenanigans to the Super Bowl. You pulled away from the game. You lost the game. And you had the boss's niece who just had your baby out here looking stupid. Stephon, who do you think you are? And for the women and men that were supporting Stephon, I can pretty much guess the way your life choices are. Because who do you think you are? Did you really honestly think you bigger than the program? You think you can you bigger than the program and you not winning? Talking about God willing, I hope we got a different year. I hope we get another year. God phoned in and said, "What? Who is this we talking about?" Anyway, Stephon's an idiot. He is a dummy. And he is getting what he's. I know Cardi B is cackling right now. Cackling. What's Pre doing for you? What's your besties doing for you? What's your mama that was sitting next to P? And I don't want to talk about Stephon's mama because she is the epitome of a boy's mom. And this was a lesson for Cardi to learn. Moms will sit there and cackle and entertain all the women that their son is entertaining. They don't care. If their son likes you, they love you. But, but, you see that at the end of the day, it was nice since to benefit the son. As soon as he was like, I don't care anymore, she was right there with Puri, hugged up, smiled up, whatever. But I can't even blame his mama because, like, at the end of the day, Stephon's the one with the money, and everybody's going to follow behind him, right? That stunt with Pre, Stephon's an idiot. And I always said, if you was going to screw Cardi over, you should have waited till after you won the Super Bowl. Now, he couldn't tell whether he won the Super Bowl or not, but even if they were arguing before then, you know that is the boss's niece. You know they got love for her. You know that you're already on thin ice. But I think that Stephon is so used, it's my opinion, to mistreating people that I think Stephon like thinks that like women just get mistreated. That's just what happened. Yo, Stephon, listen, Chef Mila was right. Stephon got a circus going on. Anyway, the New England Patriots are reportedly releasing Stephon Diggs, ending the four-time Pro Bowl wide receiver's one-year tenure with the organization. He signed a 3-year deal with the Patriots as a free agent in March of 2025. He had an impressive run with the team, recording 85 receptions with 1,013 yards and who cares? Furthermore, he helped elevate the Patriots wide receivers room and served as a mentor for players in the locker room. What was he mentoring? How to hide somebody's plan B? How to poke holes in the condom? How to replace somebody's birth control pills with TikToks? What was he mentoring people? What was he mentoring people? Stephon is not family friendly. The Patriots, no matter what goes on in the background, They like a good, clean, wholesome image. Within reason, right? Savon's not family friendly. Even because here's the thing: if him and Cardi had just smiled for the cameras and played along, they could have been like, okay, it's unconventional, but it's like a Brady Bunch type of mess. The fact that he brought Cardi B's ex-husband's alleged mistress who was pregnant and Cardi's nemesis to the game and all the roving baby moms and Cardi B for the people that's like, oh my God, it's a PR relationship. Well, that PR relationship needed to be front and center. You messed up the PR relationship. She left before the game is over. That's how disrespected she actually was. And you couldn't bring any value, you dummy. Anyway, mentoring players in the locker room. Anyway, um, they went on to say, with that being said, the Patriots had some tough decisions to make. Diggs, who turns 33 years old this year, would have counted 26.5 million against the salary cap in 2026. There were hopes that the two sides could agree on a restructured deal, but instead it ended in a split after only one season. You know what that means? So he was agreeing to lower his amount, right? He was agreeing to lower his amount. And the Patriots told him, no, get the hell out of here. You and your bestie, get out of here. Yo, Stephon's an idiot. He is an idiot to his heart. I hope he truly believes this is worth it. Let me just say this, right? Because it needs to be said. Stephon is in my opinion, I don't know him. This just based off of what I see in news reports, right? I think Stephon is a naturally mean and cruel person. And when you mean and cruel, I feel like, yeah, the money's good. Yeah, this anybody else would have been like, yeah, let me act right. But I believe because he was literally so mean and cruel, I really, honestly, truly believe that he thought that he could treat her. I think he felt like Cardi B was too full of herself. I think he thought that she needed to get on thing with the circus. I think that Cardi B attitude popped out because she's like, I'm an MF star. Like, I'm Cardi B, right? And Stephon was like, no, I'm gonna treat you regular, like you just another baby's mom. And I'm sure they had arguments, and I'm sure this, but I still can't get over the stupidity, the stupidity of Stephon Diggs that he really, honestly lost $26.5 million. You to tell Cardi B F you and make her feel like she's this big. It worked for a minute. You got that off. You probably had her crying, honestly, for a week. You probably had her like singing, putting the baby to sleep, like a tear falling down her thing. Again, this isn't the situation she planned for. But the fact that what you did cost you 26.5 million, the fact that what you did cost you 26.5 million to get that shit off, I'll tell you one thing. Cardi's fans wish she had never had a baby with Stephon. You know who I really think wishes they had never had a baby? Stephon. I think Stephon, after that 26.5 million and getting cut, and you are in for his position, he's in his twilight years. Not saying he don't got a year or two good in him, but he's in his twilight years, right? And you did all that for 26.5, actually plus that 6 million. We looking at 32.5 million. I know he wish he had never, and I wish I never met her at all. He wish he never met Cardi B. Anyway, I will say one thing. People, listen, Cardi got the last laugh. God got that looking. Libras are up for 2026. Libras are up. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Hold on. Do we got any other information? I'm waiting for people to say, um, I'm waiting for people to actually say what they feel about, I'm waiting for people to say what they feel about this. Whether Stefan is crying Whether he's acting like he's cool. What's he gonna do to support himself? That ugly ass furniture line? Boy, those I don't know. Ask Pre to Cash App you 32.5 million. Cause that's how anyway, Stephon posted. He confirmed he just got released from the Patriots. Talking about thank you for a hell of a year. We family forever. Are we? Are we? Anyway, right? The Patriots informed Stephon they're releasing him from the start. So Stephon was begging to please, 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 and they still released him. They said he had an additional 6 million set to become fully guaranteed next week, Friday. The Patriots didn't want to drag him along and informed him today they're moving on, giving him a jump start. He'll be released next Wednesday. Damn. Damn, I hope it was worth it. Again, I'm sure you had Cardi crying into her Wheaties um for a good week. But again, was it worth 32.5 million? Anyway, Cardi is officially richer than Stephon Diggs. Stephon, I don't know, maybe him and Pre can start a business. What? What? Maybe they can do a tag team, meet someone, date the husband, date the wife, rinse and repeat until they get somebody that will stick. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.